Hello, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube, and welcome to the beginning of a brand new playthrough. Now, I've played through Elder Scrolls 1 and 2. Now it's time for the Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind, and with me is a special guest.
I don't think we're in Hyrule anymore.
We are not! We are on a completely different continent, and it's gonna be much, much weirder.
How can you be much weirder than lizard people and skeleton warriors?
Just wait and see. So, Ivan here doesn't have a lot of experience with Elder Scrolls, do you?
No, my brother's the Elder Scrolls guy. I only seen it in passing, watching him play Skyrim.
Well, in that case, you are in for a journey today, because Morrowind is one of those games that has achieved legendary status, so much so that there have been at least two, or maybe they're still ongoing, but there are two projects to remake this entire game in future Elder Scrolls engines, which is absolutely amazing.
Oh, really?
Yes!
Dang, that's a definitely high prestige then. I'm excited.
It is. I have heard the music from Skywind, which is the Morrowind in Skyrim remake. It is glorious, let me tell you.
Oh.
Actually, I want to mention the composer for the Elder Scrolls games. He is known as Jeremy Soule, and he is a legend.
Has he composed just for a Morrowind?
Actually, this is the crazy part. He actually got an award for one of his soundtracks. It was his Harry Potter video game soundtrack.
Wow.
Yes, and that is a very good soundtrack. Best part of the games. Anyways, I am excited for this because Morrowind is a game. I took so long getting around to Morrowind because I really want to do the game justice. It is something that you would want to put a lot of effort into your playthrough in order to make it like really good. So I'm hoping that I manage to do that. And I also think by having somebody with less experience with Elder Scrolls and having Ivan here react to all the weird stuff in Morrowind will make it that much more enjoyable for him, for me, and for all of you. So, without further ado, I think it's time we click on that not-so-shiny new game button. What do you think?
Yes, I am ready.
Alright. It begins. Each event is preceded by prophecy, but without the hero, there is no event. Zernarctus, the Underking. In the waning years of the third area of Tamriel, a prisoner Oh no, I've already messed up. A prisoner born on a certain date to uncertain parents was sent under guard without explanation to Morrowind, ignorant of the role he was to play in that nation's history.
I'm getting Soul Calibur vibes from this, I ain't gonna lie.
They have taken you from the Imperial City's prison. First by carriage and now by boat. To the east, to Morrowind. Fear not, for I am watchful. You have been chosen.
Many fall, but one remains.
Wake up. We're here. Why are you shaking? Are you okay? Wake up. Stand up. There you go. You were dreaming. What's your name?
What is my name? You want to put in a name for me?
Oh, he's gonna throw me right into this.
I didn't think about the name. I thought about everything else but my name. All right.
The one that came to my mind is like Juriel.
Juriel?
Juriel.
I'll go for it.
Well, not even last night's storm could wake you. I heard them say we've reached Morrowind. I'm sure they'll let us go. Quiet. Here comes the guard.
This is where you get off. Come with me.
So every Elder Scrolls game starts you off as a prisoner, but they never tell you what your crime was. Well, we'll never see this fine gentleman again.
Do what they say.
Maybe he'll show up in a future Elder Scrolls game.
It's open. Also, I took the chance because I was curious about what you mentioned with the composer.
Get yourself up on deck and let's keep this as civil as possible.
Oh, wow.
They're not
The sooner
nice to
you leave,
prisoners.
the sooner we can move on.
But I see you have food there. I'm kind of hungry.
Oh, dear.
Ah, the glorious open world of Morrowind.
This is where they want you. Head down to the dock and I'll show you to the census office.
You finally arrived, but our records don't show from where.
So, I failed to mention that I actually have a couple of mods installed. One of them is to provide better faces for the NPCs, because this face right here, one of the old faces, it looks awful. They haven't aged well. If you cycle through them, pretty sure they're available to players. Well, the NPCs look a lot better. Alright, so first up is race selection, and I've already decided on what I'm going to do here. There are two new races that were not in Elder Scrolls 2 or 1. They are the Imperials and the Orcs.
Nice.
So we are going to be an Orc because I really like the starting stats that they have. Let's try and get ourselves a... Ooh. It's probably one of the new ones. I like the tattoos on this guy.
Oh, I dig that a lot.
Yeah, Elder Scrolls games are mostly played from first person. Wow, that's a lot of hair. That's a lot of hair with a bunch of colors. Okay, for sillies, I'm taking this hair for silly.
Let's do it.
Great. I'm sure you'll fit right in.
I'll fit right
leave you up to
in.
the office
Okay,
and finish your
cool.
release.
Like, no matter what you put in there, he just says, great, I'm sure you'll fit right in.
Oh, man.
Alright.
Yes, we've been expecting you. You'll have to be recorded before you're officially released. There are a few ways we can do this, and the choice is yours.
So, the class creation kind of, like, they made it in character, essentially. You have to fill out a bunch of forms with all of your skills and stuff, and that'll be our created class. Always roll with a custom class. First thing to choose is the specialization. This will give you a bonus to skills that fall under that specialization and make them level up faster. I'm going to go with magic. I love using magic. And we can also take a +5 to any two attributes. I prefer strength and agility. Now for the skills. Now, the skills you choose here are going to be the skills you're expected to use, because in these games, when you use skills, that's what causes you to level up. So, for major skills, just like pretend you're filling in your college application, you have to put in your major. So there are 27 skills. First things first, I should probably take a weapon, so long blade it is. And enchanting is a very useful skill, so I always take it these days. We'll learn more about all of these in turn. And I better take some magic, so destruction is your offensive magic. I like to use it. And restoration is your healing magic. I like that too. Choosing these as major skills, by the way, you get a starting spell if you do that, so I always like to choose them at the beginning. And alteration is utility magic. And for minor skills, I'm going to take... Let's see here. There is a skill to... Oh, here it is. Alchemy. You can make potions in this game. So I'm going to take that too. And I need an armor skill, so I'm taking light armor. And I will keep spear, because spears... This is the only Elder Scrolls game with spears. It's really weird.
Dang, because spears are like the most effective weapon in combat.
Maybe so. They do have a longer range than swords. I'm also going to... Right. I'm also going to take athletics. That is your running skill. If you don't take athletics as at least a minor skill, then your walk speed is going to be so slow. That's one of the problems that kind of stops new people from enjoying this, is that your walk speed is not very good if you don't, like, optimize it. So athletics, minor skill, do that if you don't want to be walking slowly. For my last skill, what do I usually take here? Let's see. Oh yeah, mysticism. Sorry, what was that?
You're good. It's interesting because the way this is set up, it's almost like inversely how D&D does it, where instead of it kind of, since you would have 6 base attributes, and those attributes would affect your skills in one way or another. So your class also depends on your efficiency with certain items as well. Totally overpowered.
You can name the class, you can give it a class description, but who reads this anyways? Anyways, the last skill I took is Mysticism. There are some very weird effects in Mysticism that I like to use. They include teleporting. Pretty nice.
Ooh. Very good. The letter that preceded you mentioned you were born under a certain sign. And what would that be?
And one last option you have is to choose a birth sign. This will give you an additional bonus. I think the most common one that people pick is the lady because of the endurance bonus. But there are some pretty interesting ones here. And also some that are just not that good. The tower is not really great. It lets you detect things, which I guess could be nice, but like...
I like how one of the powers is just straight up tower key.
Well, there you go. It allows you to open locks. Their powers are interesting because they are not like spells. They are once-a-day powers. So your once-a-day power is to open a lock with that sign. No. If you'd like to increase your speed, there's the Steed for an extra 25 speed. And one of these is really weird. The Lover gives you the Lover's Kiss power, which is a paralysis attack. Just blow him a kiss. But it is a sort of unwritten tradition with me and Elder Scrolls to go with the Achernak. Now this has been in the previous games as a class ability. What this will do is it makes me unable to recover my magic just by resting. I have to use potions, or I can use the other ability it gives, which is to absorb spells that are cast at me, and that's going to be very useful. Ooh. And also gives you a bonus to your maximum magic points.
Interesting. Now, before I stamp these papers, make sure this information is correct.
And it is all looking good. You can get one last look at your starting stats. And the spells you start with.
Oh, yeah. Just seeing, like, the fact that you have some weapon skills heavily reminds me of weapon proficiencies.
Mm-hmm.
I'm curious how that works.
Well, we're all good to go.
Show your papers to the captain when you exit to get your release fee.
We better take those papers with us, of course. So Morrowind was pretty groundbreaking. This is just like... it seems that the Emperor himself decreed our release from jail. So, very interesting start to the plot.
I realize it because our names are similar?
Huh?
The Emperor's name was Juriel.
Oh, yeah! I almost forgot about that. Yes. So Morrowind was pretty groundbreaking because you see all of these things on the shelf and all of these things on the table. You can literally pick them up.
Whoa.
Like, it's just a bunch of clutter objects. They're not useful. Like this bowl, for instance. Let's just take it. Oh, okay. That was not a good idea. So yeah, there is a crime system in this game. All of these objects are owned by this NPC, so just lifting them up off the ground would be considered theft. Now, we're still in the tutorial, so they'll forgive us, but, you know, maybe you want to think about not doing that when you're just in a store, for example. Don't accidentally pick things up. But see,
fair enough.
This is the... we get to do something silly right off the bat. Look at this platter here. It's so expensive. Wouldn't you just like to just take it, right?
Maybe.
Wrong key. I went into third person. So, if we just, like, you can pick things up while you're in the menu, by the way. So we lift this up, drop it. In fact, go ahead and do that for all of these things. I'm just lifting them up and dropping them on the ground, you know.
I swear, I'm just inspecting them. Nothing sketchy here.
Nothing sketchy whatsoever.
Take me for a fool?
Well, actually, I kind of do. Because now all the items are on the floor. This is a weird thing about this intro. Everybody does this trick. Now I can just take them.
I like how it made some kind of weird sculpture when you first dropped them.
Oh, yeah, that's true, too. So, yeah. For whatever reason, if you just, like, go into your menu here and, like... Just lift all the items off the shelf like that, and then maybe they confiscate some of them. They're supposed to confiscate stolen goods, but not if you, like, pick them up and then drop them. It's very strange, but we need some starting gold. That would be very nice to have, so I'm cool with it if you are.
Yeah, I don't see the problem.
And there's a bunch of items that you can take here. These would all be, like, considered stolen if you pick them up. But, so, I'll leave them for now. Now we have an outdoor area, and there's a barrel here. Oh, how interesting. There is a enchanted healing ring just in this barrel. Well, might as well, right?
Like you do. You just keep all your fancy stuff inside barrels.
I guess so. And there's also a well-known trick you can do. You see this wall here? The collision is not very good. You can actually clip through it, but I'm not going to.
Well then.
Ah. You must be the guy I'm going to give the papers to. So, he tells us that we've just been released from prison into the land of Morrowind, and we'll have our freedom, but now there's a thing he wants us to do in exchange for our freedom, and that's to deliver a simple package to a guy in the next town over. And he also gives us some money for expenses. That's very nice of you.
That's very convenient.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Oh, by the way, you've probably noticed that Morrowind has a lot of text. I'm going to just be summarizing everything that the NPCs say because, oh boy, if I have to read all of that.
Yeah, no. I think it's Laurel Crown.
Oh yeah, that's interesting. That's a new thing from the modded heads. Anyways, I see you have some expensive silverware up here, and there's this nice-looking key here just sitting there. Well, you know what to do.
You've stolen for the last time.
Ta-da.
Yeah, they've been saying that a lot.
Yeah.
You've made your last mistake, thief.
Alright.
Okay.
Enough fooling around. Let's get going. Freedom at last. So, there's a guy nearby that, kind of a notable... There he is!
Sorry, stranger. My time is short.
This
so
man here
get
is
on
known
with it.
as Fargoth. And if you talk to him, he says, "Oh, the Imperials took my ring. I have no idea what happened to it. Oh, would that happen to be the ring that I found? Here, take it. There's no reason to keep it. It's a weak ring. But if you give him the ring, you'll notice that this little bar on the right went up. That is the disposition meter. That means he likes us. Maybe a little too much. And he's also going to tell his friend, the shopkeeper, all about us, which means his disposition also goes up. We should probably check that out.
Ooh, very nice.
Ah, yes. So, shops. We can sell all of our stolen goods. You can just sell stolen goods to any shopkeeper you want. It's okay. They'll never know.
You know, you just pilfered the cup of meat from his shop. Here, have a cup of meat. That'll be like 20 gold.
Alright, so this shop has a bunch of odds and ends. I'm going to get some armor for myself first and foremost. There's a lot of armor slots in this game. Right.
Arm, leg, chest, helmet.
Mm-hmm. And since his disposition is high, we can actually barter with him and make the price go... Oh, wait, I'm actually saying how much money I want for all the items I sold. Let's jack that up a little and see if he accepts it.
Alright.
No, he refuses.
Oh.
Okay, that's better. There's a couple spells for sale, too. Just take a couple of these. Oh, I hope I have enough for all of these. I might have to come back with more money. Oh, well. Still, good start to the day.
Definitely.
I don't recall using
Now then, about that key we got. It has to go somewhere, right? Still have it. The warehouse key. I'm gonna put my equipment on.
Your chitin armor, which I'm trying to think of what that would be. It has to be based on some kind of insect, I'm guessing.
I think so, yeah. There's a bunch of insects around Morrowind. So the key actually goes to the Imperial Legion's warehouse.
Huh.
So we better be careful here, because if there's a guard around here, so we don't want to get caught. Because they won't forgive us now. But if we look around the crates, we will find... Oh, there's a short sword here. There we go, that's what I was looking for.
Ah, the long blade.
Mm-hmm. And it should be in the chest. Oh, look! Moon sugar. You know what moon sugar is?
Sugar?
An illegal drug!
Oh! I'll just pocket that.
Yeah, I'm sure we can make some money off of this. There's fish in this barrel. Might as well.
Armor, weapons.
There's a bunch of, like, random alchemical ingredients. Eggs. There's eggs in there. I have no idea.
Let's hear it.
Oh, hello, sir. I totally didn't steal anything. No, sir. I stole nothing. Glad he couldn't see me just now.
I'm at the corner.
So if you want to make sure there's nobody looking around you, hit Control, and that little icon at the bottom tells you that nobody's looking.
Huh. Okay.
There are pillows in this one for some reason. Always with the pillows. Oh, shoot. Alright, you caught me, guard. Can I have, like, a moment to, maybe... Ow, okay.
Oh, jeez. Knocked right down the stairs, and he's running amok. This is not good.
Yeah, that's not good at all. Excuse me a moment. I'll just drop all of my, stolen goods, and, like, maybe they'll forgive me if I, like, turn myself in. Hello, guard. You violated the law! Since you turned yourself in voluntarily, I'll take that into consideration. Pay 81 gold and surrender your stolen goods. Okay, I'll do it. Well, that was unfortunate. I was not expecting to get caught like that, but they can't confiscate your stolen goods if it's just sitting over here, right?
Yeah, you know, you gave him your stolen goods. Wink.
Wink. Alright. I think I should save myself the embarrassment, but I really wanted to steal from them more. Maybe he's, like, at the bottom of the thing now, and I can get up here.
I'll be a little careful.
Alright. So there's some armor. I'm not gonna take the heavy armor. I want the rest of their drugs. And there's arrows here.
That's a lot of arrows.
Mm-hmm. So the crates and barrels around here are actually like semi-randomized, so I was hoping to... Oh, there it is. Skooma. More drugs.
Okay.
But the thing is, we're carrying around drugs and stuff. The shopkeepers actually aren't going to be very happy if they see us with that, so we might not be able to do some shopping for a little while.
Oh.
But it's okay. I'm sure there's someone who can take it. Let's get out of town, because we should probably do some exploring. Why not? This direction looks alright. Northwest.
I know we talked about this a little earlier, but I love just the look of this. You know, this whole low poly style.
I've actually got an upscaled texture pack, but you're right. It does look very good for its time.
Yeah.
So as you're out and about, you can find mushrooms. There's probably a couple here. I'd like to collect some before I go on.
That's fine. Oh, is that what I think it is?
Something we should steer clear of, perhaps? It is a... Oh. It is a mud crab.
Nice.
So fighting in Morrowind is something that gets kind of criticized a lot because you literally just sit in front of your enemy and whack, whack, whack. And even if you're standing in front of something and trying to swing your weapon at it, it's still dice rolls in order to determine whether you hit it or not. But,
this really is D&D.
Yeah. The thing is, if you're the main thing is you need to be using a weapon that you're actually skilled in. That's how you'll be able to hit more easily. It's not something everybody notices at first.
Well, like, yeah, cause, again, that's like D&D rules, because if you're not proficient with a weapon, you're not going to have a good chance at swinging with it, but I do wonder how that works here. If you're not, like, if you don't have a skill with a weapon, are you just not...
Oh, dear. Oh, my. Amanda's... That was, like, the weirdest thing ever. A man just fell out of the sky and hit the ground and is now dead.
Does it just rain men normally in Morrowind?
Maybe. Let's take a look and see if we can figure out what happened here. Oh. The Scroll of Icarian Flight. You see what that's implying? Fortify Acrobatics 1,000 points. Dude literally tried to make it so he could jump ridiculously high. Puts Mario to shame. Unfortunately, the spell wore off before he landed.
Oh, no.
Well, we can take all of his equipment now. This sword is actually really good.
Oh my gosh. That is... I love that so much.
Well, I am now wearing his robe and his hat.
I miss when you could wear like a robe over your armor.
And this basically confirms what I've been talking about. It's kind of sad. He's saying here, oh, they're going to be so jealous of me and my ability to jump really high. I don't have to take the taxi anymore. But seems to have taken a one-way trip elsewhere.
Poor man.
All right.
Anyway, in the meantime, I was actually curious about you mentioning Jeremy Soule, the composer for Morrowind. I was curious when you mentioned the awards he's won. And would you believe it, I'm actually very familiar with his work. Because really? I actually played, what was it? The Harry Potter Chamber of Secrets as a kid. That was the one that he got an award from. It was him?
Yeah, it was him.
Dude, that's amazing.
That it is.
Oh, and if that's what it is, I'm very excited. I can't wait to see like what kind of song we're hearing. I'm excited.
It's all very relaxing. The battle music is pretty good too. See, I'm looking around for something because you can find something out here in the wilderness. I don't remember its exact position. Well, what's really nice about Morrowind is that there are many quests just waiting for you out in the open world. If you find them.
Another mud crab?
Yep, mud crab. Zappity zap. This is a shock enchanted sword.
Oh, I love it.
We have what is this thing called?
Leech?
It's definitely leech-like. It's a forager. And that is a scrib. It splits apart when you kill it. Pretty awesome. Oh, hello. This is what we're looking for. There's another dead guy. There's dead guys everywhere in Morrowind.
It's a dangerous world.
Mm-hmm. So let's see here. He had 200 gold on him. Yoink. And a tax record. Let's have a look at that, shall we?
Sure.
So it seems that our dead guy was a tax collector.
Oh, geez, no wonder why he died.
I was about to say, who could possibly want to murder such an innocent tax man? Let's see here. The highest amount that wasn't paid is this guy, Foreign Gilneth. Keep that name in mind.
Foreign Gilneth. Alright.
Mm-hmm. So we better report finding the body, because, you know, they probably want to know that their tax man is gone. As long as I remember what direction I'm going in.
I think it's this general direction.
Mm-hmm.
If anything, I'll say you're very lucky. Like, even just beyond Hyrule, like, my navigation skills have gotten a lot better ever since I learned where west and east are.
I thought you said west.
Almost did.
What was that?
It almost looked like a gathering for a moment.
They might be talking about the dead guy. Alright, so, see here. The annoying thing is that when you talk to people, like, you have this long list of topics on the right, and, like, when you're in dialogue, you can actually click on topics if they appear in the dialogue. Sort of like a wiki.
Huh. I mean, that's handy.
It is handy, but, like, there's just so much text sometimes. Anyway,
what do you want?
Ooh.
Yes, he was indeed murdered, unfortunately. And he's asking if we have the money that he collected. We could lie and say that we don't and keep it for ourselves, but probably best to be honest, right?
Maybe.
Yes, I found the 200 gold. So he was murdered but not robbed. Weird. And he's also offering us a bonus of 500 gold if we find the killer.
Ooh.
So we can ask around. Oh, excuse me, guard. Oh, and by the way, now that I don't feel bad about stealing from you guys, I guess I could take all of your food here. There's bread, there's crab meat. They're eating crab. I guess that's not weird.
It's a local delicacy, I guess.
Mm-hmm. There's Flynn, which is kind of a booze drink. You can see that it boosts strength and willpower. And the silverware is expensive too. Just take all of it. Oh, I picked up a lockpick.
Oh, nice.
You know what that means. Time for some stealing action here. There's a chest we can test out our lockpick on. I got it on the second try. That's cool.
Nice.
So yeah, a lot of stuff in Morrowind is controlled by dice rolls, which not everyone likes.
All I can tell you is, I can get why some people feel that. Me, as someone who played D&D, I just say, that's just part of the story, man. That's just how the game works.
True. I mean, like, I'm kind of, like, half and half on whether the attempt to remove a lot of dice rolls in Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion was a great idea, because the thing of it is, like, if you take out the dice rolls, then it's a lot easier to just be able to do, like, anything you want without a dice roll. You're not really bad at anything. You can be good at something, but not bad at it, and that's kind of how it feels.
Yeah, because I know... See, that's always been a tricky thing when it comes to making RPGs, especially based around D&D, since... Oh, I see what you mean by that
now. Oh yeah, did I mention, by the way, that to increase your acrobatics skill, which is your jumping, just jump around randomly.
Sorry, just the timing couldn't be more perfect. Clip through a wall, acrobatics increased.
Yes. Oh, by the way, we should probably, like, ask around about this man.
Creatures.
Let's see here. Someone finally got him, huh? That's how you react to your taxman being killed. No one likes a tax collector, especially one who flaunts his wealth while taking our hard-earned cash. It's a guard saying this!
What?
Ugh.
I don't know what that says about the government of Tamriel. Or, sorry, of Morrowind. Whatever it is.
Morrowind is a province in the Empire of Tamriel, and believe me, the local Dark Elf population, Morrowind is the home of the Dark Elves, and they do not like Imperials. We'll be getting into that later.
Okay, then you know what? What he said makes perfect sense.
Okay, then. So, he mentions that someone in the lighthouse was the only one able to stomach the tax collector, and that would be this lady.
I'm waiting.
I'm waiting!
Okay.
I just leave. Okay. Seems she was in love with him, which means she's not taking his death very well. So she says she saw him arguing with Foreign Gilnith about his taxes. That was the guy who had the largest unpaid amount on the record. So it's pretty clear now. We should talk to this man.
Not long ago.
Please don't mention that now. Okay. There's some other things we can look around in the lighthouse for as well. So there are many books in Morrowind that you can actually open up and read. This one's pretty expensive. I wonder if she'll just take it. So, oh, just opening a book can increase your skills, because there are skill books in this game.
Open the book. Suddenly I have knowledge.
What's this? Grief. That's a really bad drink.
Ooh.
Alright, so that man's house should be around here somewhere. And I'm going to, you know, probably a good idea to equip my weapon and spell before I go into somebody's house, just, you know.
Yeah. I mean, on the other hand, it also looks absolutely suspicious. Not gonna lie.
True. By the way, I've taken a little bit of damage. I want to heal that off. There you go. That's how magic works.
Nice.
Let's see, there's a couple of, like, huts. These look really low quality, to be honest. They're shacks.
Horn-killed shack.
And he just has a shack.
I guess if it's home.
Mm-hmm. And he just outright admits to doing it, too. So we have another choice. We can spare his life and not report him or anything. Or we can punish him for the murder. What do you think we should do?
Oh, no. See, you're talking to someone who's always an absolute good soul, so I would always normally say, like, this is already testing my morality.
We're getting 500 gold for this, dude. I'm sorry.
Oh! Okay, yeah.
But the thing is, he doesn't really have any weapons on him. See, the thing is, you can punch people in Morrowind, but it only inflicts stamina damage. So, this is kind of one-sided.
Just lightly tapping your armor while you're just poking with your sword.
My stamina is getting low. This is actually not good. Because if you have low stamina, your hit rate is affected.
Oh, wow.
Probably shouldn't have. Yeah, that's the annoying thing. When you run, your stamina depletes. When you jump, your stamina depletes. And stamina affects, like, every dice roll.
How do you restore stamina?
You can rest, but it'll also restore on its own, as you can see. I actually have another mod to reduce the amount of stamina loss from running, because I really hate running to where I'm trying to go, because the walk speed is slow, so I always run. And like when I get there, I don't want to have like just 0 stamina.
Oh, that's fair. I haven't seen a lot of Morrowind stuff, but I just remember one meme someone made from like SpongeBob.
Oh yeah. The one where Patrick goes to Morrowind.
Yeah, and he's just trying to like run, and he like use up all of his stamina.
Yeah. What kind of place is this?
Yes.
Ah, yes.
It's nice to know that people in Morrowind are very inviting, though.
Oh yeah, Morrowind's kind of known for not being all that inviting. Which kind of extends to the game as well, because new people, they struggle when they play.
That's fair. I mean, from everything you've told me, it kind of makes sense.
Mm-hmm. So, the killer has been dealt with, and we get our 500 gold. Very, very nice. But remember, we also can... I'm gonna clip through the thing again.
Are we gonna know acrobatics? No.
No. Remember, the lady at the lighthouse also wanted us to recover the man's ring for her.
And yeah, in all that scuffle, I didn't know if we got it from him, did we?
Right, I lifted it from him. The ring kind of looks a little weird, to be honest. I don't know if you can see it all that well. Oh, my head is blocking this in the recorded video anyways, I guess.
Oh.
Oh, well.
Even I can... That's fine.
Right, so... I got the ring back, and she rewards us with some health potions. Nice.
Ooh, that's handy.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so, up for a little dungeon crawling? That's also something I wanted to get around to.
Sure, let's do it.
Because if you ask around, the townspeople will talk about hearing rumors of a powerful ring in a nearby dungeon. There's no quest associated with this. They just tell you the rumor that there is a ring in a dungeon somewhere, and we can potentially get it.
Ooh, alrighty.
But do let me briefly look up.
Gotcha.
Very easy to get lost in this big world, so I wanted to make sure I was going in the right direction.
That's fair. And yeah, when I was, while you were looking things up, I was looking a bit more at some of Jeremy Soul's work, and a funny little anecdote is I've been playing a bit of my own game called Dead Rising 2, and apparently he's worked on that too. This man has worked on a lot of stuff I'm familiar with, and that's like, man, it makes a lot of sense. I love his work.
It's always amazing to find out that, you know, your favorite developer or something worked on a bunch of stuff that you like.
Yeah, man. It makes so much sense. If anything, it makes me want to like see if I can follow, because it looks like I think he did make an album a while back. I'll look into that after this.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. I hope this coastline is what we're looking for.
Let's see. Like, what's a good? Is that it?
I think so. The Samaris Ancestral Tomb. It is an ancestral tomb. This is what we're looking for.
Ooh.
There are many tombs across Morrowind. It's not just like random caves or whatever. So we have... Oh, a ghost!
Oh, jeez.
Nice try. It tried to cast a spell at me, but I absorbed magic. Not all the time, though. Funny thing about ghosts, you actually need a magic weapon in order to hurt them. So it's a good thing I had one.
I was gonna ask, because, like, I know that's one thing about ghosts is it's 50-50 of how dangerous they can be.
Mm-hmm. Oh, what's this? I've never seen this before. A scroll.
Scroll of Telvin's Courage.
It is a rally spell. Can't say I've used rally a lot, but might as well.
You never know when you need it.
Mm-hmm. Let's see here. There is... It's just random plants and stuff in this tomb for no reason. Let's see, the chest has absolutely nothing in it.
Yay, empty chest.
Mm-hmm. But over here, the lighting, it can get really dark at times, so I hope everybody can see this all right. That's a really powerful fire scroll. Thank you very much.
Hellfire.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no kidding. And I can see things just fine on my end, so...
All right, that's good. Maybe I'll have to do a little editing.
It's a little...
Oh goodness, a skeleton.
Skeleton has a bow.
They always have bows, don't they?
What year was this game?
2001, 2003-ish?
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
I know that the developer of this, Bethesda, they actually were involved with Notch for a while.
Yes. I mean, that's whole... I assume that's where the whole notched Minecraft reference came from.
Yes, the notched pickaxe. So there's an urn labeled Lord Bryn, excuse me. It is trapped. Oh.
What?
Yes, this is the only Elder Scrolls game with trapped chests. In this case, an urn.
Interesting.
So if I had a probe, I could use that to maybe disarm the trap, but traps count as magic damage, so I could just tank it and maybe absorb it. And that's what happened.
Nice.
So we have found our prize, the Mentor's Ring. Very powerful item this early in the game. It will give me plus 10 to intelligence and willpower. Thank you very much.
Oh, that is very handy.
And there's also a key to the nearby chest, which is empty.
Yay!
But yeah, the ring is the important part.
Definitely.
Right, so there is maybe one last thing we can do for today's episode, the first episode of Morrowind. I don't think I've killed that enemy yet.
That's a mud crab.
Very simple, very easy.
You know, I mean, it's how it starts off. You always have to fight the small cannon fodder, like little rats, little crabs.
Am I going in the right direction? No, not really. get myself back on the road.
Oh, you're heading back to town?
Mm-hmm. See.
Yeah, I think it is this way, because I think that's the guy who fell from a very high place.
Yeah, he just stays there. You can actually, like, click this button to dispose of him if you want to, but I don't know. I don't know what that implies. Kind of.
He makes for a good landmark, so.
Yeah, he does. The dead guy is a good landmark. Some night's falling.
Yeah, oh gosh. I wouldn't want to know what kind of monsters come out at night.
Not a lot of monsters are night exclusive, which is kind of a shame, really.
Huh. Well, I guess there's not too many surprises then, at least. At least not ones dictated by time of day. Oh, it's also raining.
Yeah,
Wonderful.
it is. I'm actually surprised. I didn't know it could rain. Well, it was probably likely that it could rain, but...
Not this soon.
Mm-hmm. Oh, look, there's another, place here. Ooh. This is Adamasartes.
Adamasartes.
I am going to quick save before I go in there. Just, you know, safety.
Fair enough.
So, this is actually a cave full of outlaws.
Ooh.
So, no one will mind if we dispose of them.
Because to be fair, it's not like they're going to be like, excuse me, please kindly leave as I jab this knife into your face.
Mm-hmm. And there is a key on this person. I will take that. That's going to be important. There's like a boat here for some reason. Maybe if we look underneath, there's a bucket.
A bucket.
Mm-hmm. This cave is a bit expansive for how early in the game you find it. Let me make sure that... I know there's 3 enemies in here. I think there's one coming at me now.
There he is.
A spellcaster.
Why are my spells not working? Ah!
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that spells have a chance to fail if you're not good at it, too. And you, are you... She called me a name!
Wow.
I don't know what that name means, but, you know, you're gonna get punished for calling me a name, lady.
Yeah, no, and to be honest, I don't know if I want to know.
It's actually Dark Elf language. I forget what it means, but we're gonna be taking your... Oh, look, they were involved in a drug trade, too.
Man. So, yeah, that's something that's kind of been getting me, is like, why does the gold sound like paper when it looks like coins?
The gold?
Oh, yeah, because you pick up the gold and it just sounds like you're picking up, like, bills and stuff.
Really? Let me try that. I guess kind of, sorta.
Like, I kind of get it if it's, like, basically, like, a bunch of coins jingling, but... Yeah.
Let's see here. I think that's all the enemies, so we should be safe.
Alrighty.
If we climb up here, like, there should be a door or something.
I think I saw one up here. Yeah, there it is.
Yeah, this is what the key goes to. Because inside we find... slaves.
Oh.
See, the thing is, in Morrowind, slavery is legal. And these guys have been locked up for a while.
Sweet moon sugar.
So, naturally, we're going to unlock their bracers and free them.
Yay.
You honor me. Please speak.
Of course, they don't exactly, like, get out right away. They wait for you to go first.
Of course.
If I'm not mistaken, you can maybe... I can't really see at their feet, but I remember being able to pick up their bracers, and you find that they are enchanted to drain their magic, so they can't use magic.
Oh, wow. I was real hardcore with that.
Yeah, hardcore. They're free. The outlaws are dealt with. We've just made Morrowind a little bit better, I think.
You know, every better with every little step.
Mm-hmm. We should probably, like, find, like, a bed or something.
Yeah, nothing worse than being out in the cold rain.
Right. So, how does Morrowind look so far? You, enjoying it?
Absolutely. Just, Like I said, just kind of all this just takes me back, seeing like all this as someone who grew up with the N64. I know it's not exactly that, but just, you know, it's a similar aesthetic.
That's good.
It's stuff like this that really makes me want to try and go more into 3D if I can, but I just don't have any good programs for it yet.
Oh, I'm a little off the road. Oopsies.
Oh, are you trying to head back to the town?
Yeah, because there is one last thing I should show before we, is this thing alive? It is.
Yes. Yeah, because I'm guessing if you're trying to head back to the town, it is east, I believe.
You might as well swim for it. Also, you can, like, find scallops, or collops. Sometimes they have pearls.
Also, yeah, you only have limited breath.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I'm curious, what are we talking?
Oh, what the heck is hitting me? Oh, it's a slaughterfish.
Slaughterfish? The fish attack you?
The fish attack you. What, you mean you've ever dove into a pool full of piranhas before?
Okay, what is that?
A large slaughterfish. They don't like me today.
I'll be honest, these things are kind of freaking me out.
Well, yeah. If you think that's freaky, like the classic Elder Scrolls slaughterfish was even more like spooky.
I don't like the sounds of that.
Am I stuck on something? It can be hard to see underwater. Don't I have a spell for this, actually? Oh, I have water walking.
60 seconds.
Yeah. Actually, it might be easier to just use this.
Nice.
Because the slaughterfish actually can't hurt you here if you're water walking.
You can't jump, can you?
It doesn't seem like it. But I'm on land.
Yeah.
I am on land, right?
Yeah, I just gotta like scoot a little to the...
Okay, here we go.
There you go.
Sometimes the hit detection is a little bit odd.
What do you expect? Yeah, so my sense of direction's a little thrown off. I don't quite remember, because I think we just went in a circle.
I think so, too. Sometimes I get lost. Ooh, that was weird. Sometimes I just get a little, like, off course, but it's okay. We should find town again. There we go. See the lighthouse.
It worked exactly how it should. That's a good lighthouse.
Kind of, sort of good lighthouse. It should really have, like, a beam, but I guess they wouldn't have that in this setting.
No, like, as long as it's a big, tall, bright light out for, like, stormy nights, that's all they ask. I like that. They're all carrying little torches.
Ah, yes. You can also, like, you can take these lanterns, for example, and carry that around with you.
Oh.
So anyways, we should probably head on over to the next town, and to do that, we're going to take a local taxi service.
Oh?
So if we go all the way up here, we will find what is known as the Silt Strider. And I'm going to try and get a good look at it, because this is crazy. It's a giant walking insect.
You weren't kidding about Morrowind having bugs.
Yeah, horses, who needs it? Let's just have a giant walking insect.
Maybe if it works.
Mm-hmm. Say the thing.
Why walk when you can ride?
Okay, that I'll accept that. I love the quotes from the Silt Strider managers, because sometimes they'll say like things like, "We make a special trip just for you, same low price." Anyways, we can take the Strider to the next town, I think, in the second episode, because we've been doing a lot lately. We got a bunch of money for finding a murderer and dealing with him. We got a special ring. We did a lot today in this first episode. And we also got our acrobatics up to 6.
Like clipping through a wall.
Indeed. So, you liking Morrowind so far?
This has been a very big treat. This has been so fun.
Well, that's good, because we're going to be getting into a bunch of stuff in the next episode, and I hope you will be excited for that, and I hope you, the viewers, will be excited for episode 2 of Let's Play Morrowind. Later, everyone!
Yeah, have a good night.